What's up everybody and welcome to today's YouTube video. So in today's YouTube video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2-inch wheel spacers that I put on the truck last year from Supreme Suspension. So if you're curious as to how wheel spacers act over the long run, keep watching this video. So I have here the lug-centric wheel spacers from Supreme Suspension. I know everybody says you should buy hub-centric wheel spacers because these just won't last. Well, I have a year on these now and they're just as good as the day I bought them. They're a little dirty, but there's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. All these lugs are still completely fine. So what I have to do is I gotta put these on the truck with the wheels, and I'm gonna do that right now. And there we go. Does not look a whole lot better. So let's hit the road and we'll go and talk about them. So let's get right into it and talk about lug-centric versus hub-centric. All that means is hub-centric is centered onto the hub, so the smaller ring on the inside of your hub, and lug-centric just means that the slot where your lug nut goes in is tapered, and that's how the spacer is centered onto the hub, is by that tapered and the lug tightening onto that the hub. So basically these are lug-centric. However, I've never had an issue with these. These have honestly been amazing. I've had them on for over a year now, and I've had no issues with them. You want to go for hub-centric as much as you can. As much as I love these lug-centric ones, I would always go for the hub-centric. The only reason is I got these ones in and I had already put them on, and then I found the hub-centric ones, and then I just figured I'll try these out. They were guaranteed to me, and they weren't wrong. They followed through with their promise and they came through actually really well. So I'm happy that my wheels didn't fly off. Another thing, cheap versus expensive. I know the Bora spacers are probably the top of the line spacers. I think they go for about $600 to $700. I believe that's American. Now I got these for $250 Canadian, and I know you might cringe at that. However, like I said, I've gone through a year of I'm gonna say abuse on these spacers, because I do live in a northern part of Canada where we do have amazing potholes, and the roads really aren't that nice. So I mean, I'm not driving on California highways here, and my truck isn't like a lot of the other truck YouTubers where my truck sits in the garage all winter and I only use it every other Sunday. I do use my truck every single day, and I do put it through a daily use. So these spacers do have a real world test on them. So that's one thing I can guarantee to you, is these will hold up for you. Another thing you get when you go with lug-centric versus hub-centric spacers is going to be, you might get some vibration. Now I've never felt vibration myself in these spacers. They've always tracked nice and straight. You don't get that chatter in the wheel, and they've honestly just been very good. Even like I said, like, we have really bad roads, but we do have certain smooth ones, and even on those roads you don't feel any chatter, any vibration in the steering wheel. You don't feel the truck rocking back and forth. They've been really good. As long as you install them correctly, correct torque specs, you make sure they're nice and centered, you should have no issues. And again, I did mention we do have really rough roads here. We have potholes probably the size of a 35-inch tire, so if you hit that, you're definitely breaking something. Now thankfully I've never hit one of those, but I have hit some pretty nasty potholes, and honestly my ball joints have broken on this truck multiple times, but the spacers have held up. So kudos to Supreme Suspension, because you do make amazing spacers. The lugs haven't cracked, they haven't bent, they haven't warped, I haven't broken one. The stock parts on my truck went before these spacers did, and they're still going strong. Now as you can see, as we pan around the vehicle here, it does add a very aggressive look to the truck. It makes it look nice and mean. Yes, it will fling stuff all over the side of your truck, just like any kind of tire that sticks out. Now I would always recommend going with a higher offset tire instead of wheel spacers. But if you do want a more aggressive look, even with a high offset, wheel spacers is your way to go. And that was actually the only reason I did go with spacers, was because when I ordered these wheels, I thought they might look a little different, and I guess I didn't have the knowledge I had on trucks that I do now. So it's always goes with the saying, if I only knew then what I know now, I would do things differently. And that's the case with these wheels. If I knew then what I know now, I would do things much differently. I would have went with a 20x12, you know, negative 40 or 50 something offset, instead of going with a 9 wide, or I think these, no, these are 9 wide. These are 9 wides. A 9 wide with a, I think it's a +1 offset. So they do have an offset. They do stick out more than the stock rim because it is a wider rim, but they don't have that offset. So I would have gone with a higher offset wheel. Probably still would have gone with wheel spacers, but I would have had to go with a higher lift because these do rub with 1 full turn of the wheel. So there we have it. Just wanted to post a 1-year review on Supreme Suspension lug-centric wheel spacers, because I do really have to give them props for the product they made. They don't break the bank, and they do really perform well. You will break something on your truck before you break these spacers, I assure you. Now, you will have the odd person saying, oh, well, I broke this and I broke that, these spacers didn't last, my wheels flew off. Yes, you will have the odd case, like you do with anything else in the world. You will have the odd case of someone bitching about something on the truck. However, in my experience, and these videos are all when it comes to my experience, in my experience, these have held up awesome. I would recommend them to anybody. I'll put a link down in the description as to where you guys can get them. And Supreme Suspension, if you guys are watching, thank you. So thank you guys for stopping by. As always, if you liked the video, please do hit that subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. I've got lots more truck installs to come with this truck. I have lots more truck videos, side-by-side videos, installs all over the board. So we're not done. Again, thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys don't know how much I appreciate you guys. I'm not even getting paid to make these videos. Like, I used to get paid to make these videos, but I don't get paid anymore to make these videos. So I do really thank you guys for subscribing to this channel. I like the feedback that you guys give. Please do comment and just let me know how you guys are liking the videos. Let me know what you guys want to see. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next one.